Andrew.
Hey, Coach. About 3 minutes into the game, Dwayne Sutton got free on a drive to the hoop, and Jalen Harris kind of came out of nowhere and took a foul at the rim. Do you remember that play, or is it just in my head that it seemed to set the tone for that toughness theme that you've been looking for through this early part of the season?
Yeah, I remember the play vividly, Andrew, because actually as I kindly reminded Jalen that was his assignment and that he was late, he looked at me like I had four heads. But to me, it's like the score doesn't matter. Habits. Yes, we're supposed to. Yeah, he took the foul. I'm glad he didn't give up a layup. But if we want to be perfect and I want to be critical, which I am, as you well know now, he's supposed to be there, and that's good though. I mean, that's why we're here. That's why we teach this, because once you get in thin air, all these little details is what separates those who make it and those who don't. Regardless of the score. So that's kind of my approach.
And just one more. I know you've said points aren't your bag. Malachi Flynn had 35 of them. What else did he show you that perhaps you've imparted to him, between a game where he struggled last time out and now where he seemed in total control?
He was locked in defensively. He was in his gaps. As you saw him getting a lot of deflections. You saw him getting some steals, not from gambling, but from being in the right position. The kid can score, but the thing is, defensively, I thought he did a good job getting into the ball, talking to his teammates, and impacting the direction of the ball. That side excites me. We are thankful. We'll take the 35 points. Don't get me wrong, but I'm really excited for his defensive effort.
Thanks, Coach. Congrats on the win.
Thank you, Andrew.
And to Lucas next.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. You mentioned earlier, Gary Payton's leadership, but also just his ability tonight to turn defense into offense. How important has he been to create those turnovers that then lead you guys in transition on offense?
It is, Lucas, because part of our DNA, at least the DNA we're trying to build and establish, is we want to force turnovers. We want to force turnovers, and if you're a player who can force turnovers, I have a soft spot for you, because it takes toughness, it takes intensity, and you can't be casual and force turnovers, right? Now, the danger is some of those guys will gamble and make bad decisions because they trust their instincts so much. But listen, as long as you pressure the ball, you play hard, compete, and you think about being disruptive, I'll have you.
Thanks, Coach. Have a good night.
Thank you, Lucas. You too.
Head to Jason Tom next.
Hey, Coach, we always talk about defense turning to offense, but how important is, especially at the G League level, to keep your guys engaged on the offensive end, and then they work that much harder on defense? I mean, you had multiple guys at 10 field goal attempts a game. Like, how important is that for your squad?
Well, to me, Jason, none of these guys are getting called up to go and take 20 shots or 15 shots in the NBA. So if all staff is here harping on offense, we're doing a disservice. They got to understand that when you go there, what impacts winning at a high level is defense first. Defend. And then offensively, you got to be able to make the right read. That's why our system is all about selflessness, because nobody's getting called up because they are. That only the top 15 scorers. You read that stats.
I'm not going to cut you off. I know what you're talking about, though. Yeah.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. So then, what good is it for us to go and tell these guys to score when really nobody cares about who scores in the G League? It's who can defend, who can hit an open shot, who can make the play that help the team wins, penetrate, kick out, hit the open shot.
And when you talk about selflessness, 20 assists on 39 made field goals, that's something you hadn't really seen thus far, right? That makes you feel good as well. And that's kind of what you're preaching to the squad?
Yeah, it's better. It's better. It's better. Create shots for each other. The people we value a lot is people who can make others better. Sacrifice yourself with a cut, with a hard drive, kick out, get somebody an open three. And that has a high value in our system.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jason.
Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure we get to all the players. So I'm just going to end with Matt Cullen. Matt?
Thanks again, Coach, and congratulations on the win. I know you thought about this going forward. You have 2 morning games coming up after your day off tomorrow. I'm just wondering what your message is to your players about those back-to-back morning plays. I know you're coming off fresh, a nice win here, but looking forward, what can we expect from your team? And a pretty tough turnaround.
Yeah, so Matt, we gotta be smart, us as a staff. But then for me, again, I think I mentioned to you guys, I'm not the type who will build cushion for failure or excuses. Yeah, it's a quick turnaround. Let's be smarter. Let's be tougher. Go to bed early, get your drinks, get your liquids, get your food, get yourself mentally prepared, because this is also the nature of the beast, and we have to embrace it. That's our messaging.
Enjoy tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, everyone. We have Jalen
Thanks, guys.
ready to go.